Ladies and gentlemen, king, queens, and or things, welcome to another freaking video today. Pretty much we're just going to be doing some live self-coach over where I'm just going to be annotating and talking about the things that had happened right and wrong within these two games, which I hope was a little special for y'all today instead of just one. This will be the same tournament though, so it'll just be back to back, but I am playing light solo queue, and I just wanted to kind of show how a light's supposed to play within a tournament type of style. How there's different things and different ways that a light can play, even though they're supposed to play in certain ways, such as sticking to the vault, making sure you get plugs, things like that. Hopefully this is a way to actually show like the versatility within a light. So here, basically starting off the rip, we just wanted to get high ground, and now since high ground is clear, we're just going to start looking towards the vault. I can hear and see that my teammates are getting shot from down below, so I just want to kind of regroup a little bit, kind of group to help them. I see this one medium spotted alone. Unfortunately, I get diffed, and now my teammates are going to be looking for the res, get a quick little reset. Which, defibbing a light isn't the worst thing as long as you're in a safe area. And I noticed that they had just wiped purple on their own, so immediately I am looking towards Vault 2. I'm not trying to stay with the fight. I know two mediums, they should be able to kind of get the plug on their own safely. I noticed that the other two teams are still fighting. As you see, there's two pink, one orange. And this guy up here, I don't want to fight at all. My sole objective is literally just to get the vault plug. So I set up one TP near the cash out, made sure I was in range, get the plug, and now I'm just going directly back straight to the original cash out. And I can see that my teammates are in a little bit of trouble here. So I honestly didn't take the best engagement here. I should have gone back to high ground. Initially, I thought it was just one person, so I tried to give a little peek check, saw that he was one shot, but then his teammate came around the corner, so then I was kind of cooked after that. So a big important thing to note is it's very important as a light to play off of your team. You don't necessarily want to be grouped up with your team. You want to play from more so a range side, somewhere where you can let your teammates be more so of the distraction while you can get free picks. And now here, one medium got the resume, which was super good. Once again, I'm going to high ground. I see my teammate getting in a fight with them. Not today, man. Not getting diffed by him again. We gotta let him know to sit down, respectfully. And then now my teammate smartly saved his defib for the other medium. I see the other two are near me, so I'm just trying to back up. My teammates were able to get the heavy that was isolated on his own. And then once again, my teammates, I let them know to go to the cash out by pinging it so they can steal. While they're resetting, they weren't able to steal because of all the fire and the gas. Also, a neat little trick right there was how I threw the TP. So in case if anything goes bad, they can just take the TP, get out. They'll at least be above ground, hypothetically. And here I'm just looking out, trying to spot anything. I get the one medium for free. And since we got the steal, ideally all I want to do here is just stall time. I don't even necessarily want to fight this heavy, but I do see a free angle, get some good shots in, unable to pick it up. Smooth 720, hold up, King. Didn't know you were built like that. But since the heavy backed away, now we can kind of just get the res for free and just reset, start looking for the next vault once again. And this will definitely be something that's worth noting, is the how much I will actually just play off of my team. As a light, your job isn't necessarily to be as grouped with your team, as I already mentioned before, but it really is important that you are staying alive as long as you can, and you want to be the last one to live on your team. It's really important for lights to understand this and to know that they are not supposed to just 1v3 ape enemy teams that you're going towards. You definitely want to be moving upwards, but you don't want to be necessarily taking the fights initially on your own. If anything, you want to be more in a scout role where you find the enemy team, find where their position is, and trying to help your team optimize in the best way possible to engage in a gunfight with them. At least solo queue, it is important to make sure you're getting your vault plugs and making sure you're keeping tempo. And as you can see, my team's actually in a big fight against Pink over there. They ended up dying to it, and that's partly my fault because I'm not there to help them. I'm just looking for the plug, because plugs are definitely the most important thing in this game, especially when you have like a 12k lead. You just want to keep trying to plug and keep that flow and tempo on your side. Also, another big note is that you do not have to just use your TPs for vaults. As you can see here, my teammates both die. They're in tricky / sticky situations. So I'm able to just use a TP to get their bodies out of the situation as well. Get more into a safe place to res. There's definitely opportunities like this that can happen. And since I had gotten the one teammate up and another person had pushed, I saw he got defibbed. I want to make sure I stun that, and my other medium can defib my other medium, and we just get a smooth reset off of this. But damn, Pink, chill with them grenades, bruh. Y'all throwing it way from above unnecessarily. Thing to note, if you are playing like solo queue and you have a light on your team and he drops a TP, please trust that they're going to be doing it for the best of your interests. I do have one teammate that goes through with it, but as you can see, my other medium ended up just dying because he tried to jump pad up and he had 3 people shooting at him. Now this fight did 100% turn unfortunate. We were not able to capitalize on this fight. Pink was definitely the stronger team within this fight. They were able to reset, kind of focus my teammates much better. Since they were able to get a pick off early on the one medium because he didn't take my TP, they essentially just won the gunfight because of it. So now we just look to reset and look for the next vault. Something that's also good to note is how I will ping things, and yes, I'm shaking up and down because I had pinged the vault trying to like insinuate to them like, hey, you're gonna need a coin, I'm not gonna be able to get your bodies, and we're gonna have to reset. We need to just play vault here, which is what I should have been acknowledging. My ignorance kind of caught me here. I should have been playing with my team going to vault 5 as that's where they were going, and because of this and staying at vault 6, I'm caught off lacking and I ended up dying, which puts my team not in the most optimal position, as now I need to coin or for one of them to res me in order to reset. Sure, we're up by 5k from team in 2nd place, but we're only 6k up from the team in 3rd place. As you can see in chat, I'm telling my team, like, don't worry about me, I can coin. Let's just prioritize the vaults, because that is literally all we need to do in order to win this game. Is we can either keep both vaults away, or we get the double plug, or at least one of the plugs to stay ahead. So here, I see 6 is very close to me. I'm kind of whiffing a bit, don't worry about it. And now I'm just immediately looking for the vault plug. Annoyingly, I am shot all the way from medic, which is very, very depressing. I was unable to get the vault plug. Now, something I want to do is actually freeze this area. As you can see, my medium is all alone, and I think this is something that happens way too often, where they'll just get stuck. They don't know what to do, and we're trying to reset, but in reality, all we needed to do was to go for a vault. As you can see, purple just got vault 2, and now we are in a definite terrible situation. They're carrying vault 6, they get the double plug, and now we are 100% in a griefable and or losable position. So all we can do at this point is defend it for purple. We get no benefits from trying to steal it from them. It just increases our chances of dying and losing as a whole. So you can see I'm just going around on the outskirts. I'm just trying to get any picks that I can get, make some damage, make sure at least one of the teams get wiped. Purple had just wiped, so this is actually a very scary situation for us. We literally have to defend it for them. There is no benefit of us actually stealing the cash out. So, as you can see, I was pinging, I was letting them know, defend the cash out. There's not many people alive, so we're able to just kind of clean up and pick out the lobby. Pink had just respawned, there's 2 mediums. Now I let them know, just defend it. Dooman's still tried to go steal it for whatever reason, but we were still able to get the win. It just was 100% a more sketchier situation than it should have been. If anything, all we had to do was at least get 1 vault plug and keep the other vault away. But real quickly, I want to shout out my own Twitch because we will be streaming the solo queue to Ruby, since most of you did want to see that. And I am very stoked about trying to do this challenge. A lot of people think it's going to be near impossible and or very difficult, which I don't argue. It is going to be difficult, but I do think it's going to be capable. And throughout the series, I'm going to be coaching and kind of showing things that you can do in order to win more of your games within ranked. Alright, so right off the bat into the next game, I had noticed and saw that there was 3 lights on the pink team, so I wanted to make sure that I changed my gadgets. I wanted to ensure the fact that I had thermal vision because it is very annoying as another light to not have thermal vision when another player does have thermal. And something else that's very important to note is that I do get the vault tap, I do set up my TP, but my team does need my help still. You can't always just run off and just go play plug. You need to at least support your team most of the time in the early fights so that way they can live, they can at least do something besides just die off rip and you get plug. It's not most optimal and it's not the best for your team overall. Plus, there are definitely certain times where even if you get the vault tap, you get your TP set on point, but your teammates die super early, there's definitely times where the enemy team will just take your TP and you will be stuck in a 1v3 fight because of the fact that you decided to leave your team. So therefore, once again, we are just simply still trying to get away from this fight. We don't want to entertain it too long. As you can notice, the orange team had already plugged the vault into the other cash out. They did get wiped, so that means the other team should be stealing or at least looking for a steal. So now that we were able to get the vault plug and keep away the team that was chasing us, we want to just regroup. We got the res, and now, as always, high ground is always king. Especially as a light, it is nothing but your friend. As a LH1 invis, the best thing you can do for your team is find any high ground support and looking over your team to be able to call out, as mentioned before, as being a scout for your team. Now, since I was able to clear out any possible nearby threats, notice that the other team had left and gone towards hospital. I just want to get to the ultimate high ground, which is billboards. And this next part is kind of me being a nerd and playing this game so much, but since I know orange is dead, pink and purple are fighting at hospital, I know that the spawn for this location is going to be towards mall. It's going to be right over in that right corner, so I'm trying to ping and let my team be weary and be on the lookout for this. So now that I have the high ground, orange has spawned, I can see them crossing over. Notice that they do have another light and he is using invis, so this is where thermal works out really good. I'm able to see crossed, he's trying to get my team, but since I was at the best high ground and best position with the thermal, I was able to pick him off, making this a very difficult situation for orange to win the cash out over us. And something else to notice is how much I do ping. It is very important to let your teammates know where and what you see, especially if you're not using communication. So I noticed that orange has kind of backed off a little bit, noticed that there is a third party coming in, identified that as purple, and I want to make sure that I'm still within close range of the objective. Once again, I got diffed. But that's okay because my team is there for the trades. Look at my boys go. We are looking strong. But since I did get defibbed, I do have that sickness. So I just want to reset. I noticed that they were near the cash out. So I'm just going to pop my gateway, go invis, get my thermal. Notice the medium was healing the heavy. And bop, 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 bop. Get the easy 1v2 against the lads. Never seen it coming. That is the strength and power of the invis LH1. And of course, once again, we're just looking straight for the next vault after we had cleared the teams and any threats nearby. Now, this is definitely a big no-no, as I thought I was going to be entering a 1v1 because I didn't scout or figure out the area around me, where people were. I kind of just jumped in there without thinking about it, which ended up leading me to die. Luckily enough, my team was able to somehow get the res on me. This was actually kind of ridiculous. I get out alive, completely unscathed, unbothered. And I noticed that the enemy team had dropped down to go kill my teammate. So I instantly go for a quick res. Something that's also important is to not try and do too much when you're resing your teammate. If you have an opportunity, I've seen plenty of new players do this too much, but they try and run super far or do something like that where honestly just start immediately resing and it can benefit you more. So I'm able to get the plug. Notice that the light was going for it. Pop, pop. Get them out of here. Get your chicken strips. Gone. No two-piece combo for you. I got the extra large fries. No Coke. And now we're just going to start looking for the res and trying to get a reset. My teammate had coins. And I'm just kind of looking for the same angle, seeing if I can get any damage. Seeing what I can do. I get the heavy, half HP. Now this is where communication would be really good. As you see, I pop the thermal vision. I get my one. I get the light. But my teammate is low. We're not able to engage, so we just need to wait and take high ground together. But my boy Gold Jackson is going in there deep alone. He's going bottom floor. And what is the #1 rule? Height is king in gunfights. Since my team died, I kind of just needed to get in there, do what I can, but it was too late. Damage was done, and now we just reset. Since we are towards near the end of the video, I just want to remind everyone, please subscribe, please leave a like and a comment, please let me know what your thoughts are on everything going on in the video. If there's more things I could describe better or work on, by all means, please let me know. And going back to the game, since I can see we don't really have time for C, we're just looking for the next vault. Unfortunately, my teammate falls off the map somehow from the zipline, and my other teammate should have seen me throw the TP there. I'm struggling to find a way up. I forget about the elevator, and I get the TP ready, and what do we know? My team's just running up ball. So please trust your lights with the TPs. Not all of them are evil. Unfortunately, I was scratching my nose here, wasn't really aware of anyone even being around, so I'm just looking to regen my health, get ready to start moving the TP, try and clear the area, see if there's anybody else around. Falling back into that scout role for my team. Luckily enough, my other teammate had already gotten height, so I'm just trying to let my team know we want to get B because B is closer. Now there are teams fighting in hotel currently, and we just want to try and run quickly by, prioritize vault. I'm throwing my TP. I see them getting in a gunfight, and once again bro does not take the TP. I was absolutely flabbergasted by this whole idea of us not taking TPs, especially when they're like right there. But it's okay because this game is so close. We do have a 6k lead currently, which is like super awesome for us. Not the most ideal, but everyone does stand pretty close in money wise. Fortunately enough, we're able to spot out the fact that two teams were fighting on B. I was letting my team know that we're most likely going to spawn on 6, which we do. And since we saw purple die and the other two teams fighting, we have two options here. There's A, the safe route, which is keep the money away, which guarantees us first anyway, or option B, which would be to just double the plug and just secure the game, not needing to fight anyone, and just having a free third round guarantee. Now, I throw the TP, setting up to look for the double, which once again isn't the safest option. I notice other team goes through my TP, which ends up being orange, and I see my teammate dying right off the rip. My other teammate's gonna get in a gunfight here too. So I decide let's just play it safe. We don't have to plug the money. We can also keep the money away, as I said, was option A, which is the safer one. And since because of this, I'm just literally trying to run to the opposite side of the map, as pretty much trying to guarantee the fact that no one could plug the money even if I died with the money over here. And since there's 7 seconds left, there's no way we can lose. 2 teams are wiped, only purple's up, they get the steal, and that guarantees us for the final round. And I just want to say once again, thank you all very much for watching. I hope you enjoy the video. Please subscribe. Much love to everyone. Please let me know what you'd want to see next, and stay tuned for the Ruby solo queue journey. Thank you.